I do believe that if you haven't learned about sadness, you cannot appreciate happiness. There are two types of people in the world: those who prefer to be sad among others, and those who prefer to be sad alone. Never be afraid of tears. Tear-filled eyes are capable of seeing truth. Tear-filled eyes are capable of seeing the beauty of life. Experiencing sadness and anger can make you feel more creative, and by being creative you can get beyond your pain or negativity. There is no despair so absolute as that which comes with the first moments of our first great sorrow, when we have not yet known what it is to have suffered and be healed, to have despaired and have recovered hope. There are moments when I wish I could roll back the clock and take all the sadness away, but I have a feeling that if I did, the joy would be gone as well. So, I take the memories as they come, accepting them all, letting them guide me whenever I can. We're taught to be ashamed of confusion, anger, fear, and sadness, and to me, they're of equal value to happiness, excitement, and inspiration. Some days are just bad days, that's all. You have to experience sadness to know happiness, and I remind myself that not every day is going to be a good day, that's just the way it is. Sadness usually results from one of the following causes: either when a man does not succeed or is ashamed of his success. So much sadness exists in the world that we are all under obligation to contribute as much joy as lies within our powers. Boredom, anger, sadness, or fear are not yours, not personal. They are conditions of the human mind. They come and go. Nothing that comes and goes is you. What is hardest to accept about the passage of time is that the people who once mattered the most to us wind up in parentheses. When I despair, I remember that all through history the way of truth and love have always won. Any fool can be happy. It takes a man with real heart to make beauty out of the stuff that makes us weep. Every man has his secret sorrows which the world knows not, and oftentimes we call a man cold when he is only sad. Life is too ironic to fully understand. It takes sadness to know what happiness is. Noise to appreciate silence, and absence to value presence. There is a sacredness in tears. They are not the mark of weakness, but of power. They speak more eloquently than 10,000 tongues. They are the messengers of overwhelming grief, of deep contrition, and of unspeakable love. We look before and after, and pine for what is not. Our sincerest laughter with some pain is fraught. Our sweetest songs are those that tell of saddest thought. Above all things, let us never forget that mankind constitutes one great brotherhood, all born to encounter suffering and sorrow, and therefore bound to sympathize with each other. For I have learned to look on nature, not as in the hour of thoughtless youth, but hearing oftentimes the still, sad music of humanity. Live by this credo, have a little laugh at life and look around you for happiness instead of sadness. Laughter has always brought me out of unhappy situations. I really believe that all of us have a lot of darkness in our souls. Anger, rage, fear, sadness. I don't think that's only reserved for people who have horrible upbringings. I think it really exists and is part of the human condition. I think in the course of your life you figure out ways to deal with that. It is one of the most saddening things in life that, try as we may, we can never be certain of making people happy, whereas we can almost always be certain of making them unhappy. The good life is not one immune to sadness, but one in which suffering contributes to our development. Perhaps I know best why it is man alone who laughs. He alone suffers so deeply that he had to invent laughter. When you do something noble and beautiful and nobody noticed, do not be sad. For the sun every morning is a beautiful spectacle, and yet most of the audience still sleeps. Sad will be the day for any man when he becomes contented with the thoughts he is thinking and the deeds he is doing, where there is not forever beating at the doors of his soul some great desire to do something larger, which he knows he was meant and made to do. Thank you for watching. Have a good mood. See you soon.